Hello YouTube, this is Kyle again, and welcome to your second Go programming tutorial, where finally we actually get to do some coding. So the things I want to cover today are, one, the basic layout of a Go program. So what does every Go program have in common? What do you need to have a Go program? Then the second thing I want to cover are functions and packages. So those are the three things I want to cover today. So first things first, if you've ever programmed in any other language, like say Python, you'll notice that you can just have an empty py file and you run it and it'll actually pop up the command prompt. You won't get any errors. That's actually not the case with Go, because there are certain things that the compiler looks for, and if they're not there, you get an error. Go will yell at you if you do not have these things. So the first thing you need is a package statement, and the package statement tells the compiler the name of the package that the file belongs to. So package main. And I'm just going to go ahead and save this as Go code so that we get the syntax highlighting. So save. Yes, replace. And then the second thing we need is our main function. But before I get to that, I'll explain packages. So the way Go programs are set up is you can actually divide things up into multiple files, and each file can have different functions and data that the program actually uses to do the thing that it does, whatever it is. Go even has its own built-in packages like FMT and math and I don't know, buffered IO, things like that. But a Go program has a main function, and when you run a Go program, that function will get called, and that's actually what causes the program to execute. Whatever code is in main is the first to run. And so the way you write your main function is first func, or func, and that's the keyword that tells the compiler you're writing a function. Then the function name, then the parentheses, which are required of the syntax whether you have a parameter list or not, and then the curly braces where the body of the function goes. And so it's in between these curly braces that all your code is located. Now, more on functions. A function is just a sequence of instructions that's given a name, and you can reference that function by name from anywhere in your program, and those instructions will get executed. And there's also more things that can go in here when you're writing other functions besides main. When you write main, this is everything this is all you can put in here. You can't have anything else. But you might have a receiving parameter here, and receiving parameters are something I'll explain in later tutorials. They're important, but not for what we're doing today. And then you can also have a return type specified here, like int or string or bool. And again, we'll get to that in later tutorials. But what I do want to cover right now are parameter lists. Now, I'm not going to talk about how you make parameter lists when writing your own functions, because I want to cover variables first, and I'm going to give a tutorial dedicated specifically to variables. But parameters are just information which, when you call a function, the function actually needs that information in order to do whatever the function does. And so this is where, and so when you're writing, if you were to call main from somewhere in your program, and I don't know why you would do that, but I guess some programs do, you would just have the empty parentheses, and that's required of the syntax whether you have a parameter list or not, because it's how the compiler tells that that's a call to main. But if you called another function like, for instance, fmt.println, and println is a function that's in the fmt package, that actually takes a parameter of type string. So you type strings in quotation marks, and they can be any sequence of characters except quotation marks, and backslashes have to be escaped using the escape character, which is a backslash. And so we could type things in here like and what this function will do is it'll just print hello YouTube onto the screen. So let's remove that. So that's the basic layout of a Go program. That's functions, and that's what functions are, what parameters are. And so those are the three things I wanted to cover. We still have time, but yeah, this is a valid Go program. A valid Go program that does nothing. This would be the equivalent to an empty Python file in Python or an empty Ruby file in Ruby. Let's make it do something though. So in order to use that fmt.println function, we actually need to use the import statement to include fmt in our program. So this would be comparable to include in C. So if we were writing in C right now, instead of this we would write $, but we're not writing in C, and I'm going to get rid of that. So now fmt, oh wait, that's right, I copied it. If we save this out and then go into our terminal, we can write go, wait, I'm in the wrong directory, cd go run test bed.go. Oh, yes, we'll talk more about packages later, but whenever you write a package, just remember that if you have something in the package that has a name beginning in a lowercase letter, that is called an unexported name. That means that thing cannot be accessed from outside the package. Println is an exported function, which means we need to capitalize the P to access it, and also there is no print line beginning in a lowercase p, so that wouldn't have run in any case. And there we go. Hello, YouTube. Now our program runs correctly. So that's pretty much all I wanted to cover in today's tutorial. My name is Kyle. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.